Hi lovelies, and welcome back to Anastasia's Trail. It's been a while, but I'm back today with another video. So on today's video, I want to talk about something that is very important, that I think is very important, and that is conflict resolution. And I don't understand why they don't teach it in the schools, especially in these times that we are living in right now, because so many things are happening all over the place. The children, even adults, don't know how to control themselves when there is a little conflict. Conflict resolution isn't taught in the schools, not in elementary, not in high school, not ever. Going around the school, all you would hear is a teacher telling a child, that's not nice, be nice. I mean, that's not enough. You have to teach the children to apologize, say sorry, helping them to understand the ability to repair a conflict, to apologize, to say you're sorry, to fix the situation where both parties can come to a mutual understanding, putting aside the ego. You know, you do something wrong, and even as adults, we don't know how to apologize, we don't know how to say we're sorry. I used to work in the schools, and I have seen expression on children's faces when another kid apologized to them. They look satisfied, as little as they are. You can see the expression and you just know that child is satisfied, you know. So I just think that it's really important that conflict resolution should be taught in the schools. I just think it would make such an impact in our life today, in our society, among the adults and among the children, because things are getting way out of hand, creating a conflict. It's basically a disagreement between two parties or more. When you are hearing stories from different sides, and the biggest reason why there is conflict resolution is because no one wants to take the blame, and everyone keep pointing fingers at each other, because you did this to me and you did that to me. And that's the biggest problem. We don't know how to say sorry and move on. We do something wrong, we hurt someone, we don't want to apologize, and then we still expect for people to treat us nice. We still expect for that same person that we hurt to turn around and treat us nicely. If you look at what's going around in the world today, it seems like only some people are important, or you are important when it's convenient for certain persons. And it shouldn't be like that. Each and every one of us are equal. Each and every one of us were created in God's image and likeness. We are all equal in God's sight. So I don't understand why some people should be getting that kind of treatment and others should be getting different treatment. We all have feelings. Many conflicts are not resolved because people are not willing to accept when they've done something wrong. They're not willing to apologize and move on. They're not willing to let go of the ego. If you played a vital role in creating a commotion or creating a conflict, then I think you should also play a vital role in apologizing, resolving the situation in the right way. First of all, you have to own it. You have to accept that you've done something wrong. We all make mistakes. No one is perfect. There is no perfect person on this earth. But when you make a mistake, you could apologize. It's okay. You could apologize. There are many things that can cause conflict. But what I notice mostly these days, a lot of conflict is caused because of misunderstandings. We misread someone's posting and we cause a conflict. So that is one way, that is one major way of conflict. Another way is that conversation. When you're talking, you misunderstand what people are trying to say. You don't get it, you don't understand, you take it and you turn it into your own meaning. That is another way. A simple statement or a simple sentence can just, blow out of proportion. Communication is a key aspect. We need to communicate effectively. We need to be precise when we speak to someone, because a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of conflict can come out of a simple conversation. A conflict is not a pleasant situation. There are some people who love the drama. A lot of people don't really want to be in conflict, but they end up in the conflict because of misunderstanding. For me, there are many times when I can take a situation and blow it out of proportion. We rather dissolve the conflict before it's even started. You know, something I realized too is that a lot of us don't know, we lack the perspective on how to resolve conflict because we were never taught. But today, in today's society, we are older. We've seen things, we know things, so we are able to teach our children how to resolve a conflict before it gets out of hand. Because there is so much things going on in the world today. Killing, shooting, stabbing, fighting, all kinds of things are happening in the world today with these young children. That can simply be resolved before it gets out of hand. But it's because the lack of teaching, the lack of knowledge of how to resolve a conflict, to come together, to reason with each other, so both parties can come to an understanding, an agreement, that no one is get left out, or no one is feeling that, you know, they're hurt or whatever. In many occasions, a conflict can be avoided by just not being apart, by just ignoring the situation. You see something written on Facebook, none of your concern, you don't have to respond. You just leave it alone. You avoid it. You leave it alone. Because sometimes you go and you write one sentence or one word and it's taken out of context and it causes a whole riot on Facebook. So if you could avoid certain things, stay away from it. Avoid it. Because it will only make matters worse. Another way of resolving a conflict is to just give in. That person think you done them wrong or whatever it is. You said, okay, I'm sorry. You know, even though deep down inside you know that you were right, sometimes you just have to let it go. And when you give in, don't give in and then later on you're upset with yourself. If you're gonna give in, make sure that you are clear on what you're doing. If you're gonna give in, make sure you can live with your decision. Make sure that you have no regrets later on. Because you don't want to give in into something, into a conflict, and then tomorrow you're kicking yourself. You can resolve a conflict before it started, but you also have to be mindful. Another way of resolving a conflict before it is navigate. Navigate is the same thing as giving in, basically. Yeah, you both try to work it out. You both try to come to a mutual agreement that everybody's happy. Okay, you accept you're wrong. You accept that you were right or you were wrong. You accept whatever the decision is made. You accept it. You both accept it. And you're willing to work things out. So that is another way of resolving a conflict before it's even started. So there are ways to do it. Instead of you putting more wood in the fire or more oil in the fire and making it get to a blaze, there are ways to just simmer it down. And we as adults, we should know how to do that. So we can teach the younger children how to resolve a simple conflict before it gets out of hand. Because in the end, everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to go knowing that, yes, you know, I did come to an agreement and I'm happy about it. Everyone wants to live on the same level. Everyone wants to live with the understanding that it is done, it is cleared, and everybody is satisfied. So at the end of a conflict resolution, every parties have to understand what they want. Because you can want peace and this person want to continue fighting. So you both have to be on the same level, on the same understanding that we want peace, we want this done with, and that's it. So when you live wherever you are, You're supposed to walk away being happy or free from whatever was happening. So I just think that conflict resolution is a subject, or is a program that should be implemented in the school system, because I just think it would make such a difference in our lives, such a difference in society, such a difference in the world today. And that is my take on it, because things are getting out of hand. The kids are going, and now that school is opening up, it's been a while that the kids was away from school. School is going to be back up just now, and you don't know what the kids are coming back with, because there is a lot of things going on in the homes of children, and you just don't know what they're coming back with. So if the school are not going to do it, then we as parents, I think we need to teach our kids at home how simple ways of how to resolve a simple matter before it gets out of hand. Maybe sometime by just walking away, just moving, just separating yourself from the group, just singling out yourself from the group. Walk away, move away, stay away from the crowd. Little simple misunderstanding blown out of proportion, and people and kids are losing their lives. People are losing friendships, families are falling apart. All these things are happening because of little misunderstanding. You could smell a conflict, you could smell when something is coming on. So if you could avoid it before it even starts. So I just think that conflict resolution is something that should be implemented in the school system. I just think it will make such a difference. So that is it for today. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share. Also leave a comment. See you again next time on Anastasia's Trail.